Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Punisher number 4. This is a new book from Marvel Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into the book. This book is written by David Pepose with art by Dave Wachter, colors by Dan Brown, letters by Cory Petit, beautiful cover by Rod Reese, and we'll have some other covers in the back at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So in this issue, who is Jigsaw? Ever since his family was murdered, retired SHIELD agent Joe Garrison has turned New York upside down in his bloody search for answers. But now he's finally put all the pieces together, and what he's found could lead to an all-out war. Alone and outgunned, Joe must push his deadly set of skills to their limit to stop the clandestine terror group known as Jigsaw. But even if he survives, can this all-new Punisher finally come to terms with his role as the Marvel's universe's most dangerous hero? So this is really interesting, and I'll start saying this. I did not know that this was going to be the last issue. I tend not to look too far ahead because like covers can give can give a little bit of spoilers away. So I didn't know this was a 4-issue miniseries. So the issue, I feel like it wrapped up a little bit more abruptly than I was anticipating because I didn't know that this was the end of it. I was expecting maybe the setup for the next thing. So the fact that this issue just kind of like it wraps up everything that it sets up for now. I mean, it leaves a lot of threads to be followed later on in the future. But man, that that was a little jarring. But I will say this new take on Jigsaw was interesting. I Once again, this is another thing that I wish we had been giving a little bit more room to breathe. But boy, oh boy, am I gonna miss Dave Watcher's art. It is fantastic from the character designs all the way to like those big splashy pages full of action. So let's take a look at some of the preview art here. As I mentioned, just very distinct characters, very emotional. Like the faces, you can really capture the emotions, and even with some of the background stuff, like the building, there's no need to go all out like that, but the story kind of calls for it, right? This is a mosaic tower. It's supposed to be an exquisite building, and I think that Watcher really goes out of his way to ensure that it really feels that way. Um, and then, as I mentioned, when it comes to the bombastic comic book action, whether it's the bad guys being super extra, whether it's like the gas being poured into the party, or even just Joe making the biggest entrance you could make. And this is just the beginning of the free pages. So, yeah, action packed, violent, bloody. This Punisher book kind of goes all out and really leaves very little behind. Like it wants to make sure that it goes out with a bang, and I think it really does. As I mentioned, if I knew going in that this was going to be the end of the miniseries for now, I would have been a little bit less whiplash at the end. So, but yeah, overall, really enjoyed this series. 4 issues. I think it's a really quick, great read with beautiful art. So, I think Joe is a really interesting character to kind of keep exploring in the future. Also, his supporting cast, I think it really brings a lot to the table as well. So, really, really cool stuff. If you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Make sure to go check out our interview with David Pepose in the channel. You can find that in our playlist. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.